Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, glory to YAHAWAH, HASHAM, YAHAWASHI, HASHAM, HAKODASH. Double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone, down in his truth. And sincere shalom to the elect out there teaches truth in all honesty and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Okay, and this video, it says it all, right? So I've been paying attention to this so-called migrant crisis, okay, and how it's affected various cities in the United States. And, everybody was always saying, not just us, but a lot of people was saying, don't be surprised if there's terrorist attacks because of this. And leaving these borders open, man. And now you have the situation with Israel doing their thing against so-called Hamas. Okay. Attacking Palestinians and so on and so forth. And it stirred up a lot of spirits here in Babylon, because this is a land which has many different people. That says that in the scriptures, man. This is a man that heapeth unto himself many people. Okay? This is a multicultural society, man. People from all over the world are here in America. Okay? And this society turns you into a maniac, man. Okay? But we're living in the times where they want this stuff to happen, though. Okay? Esau Edom knew what these open borders were going to do. And he knew what was going to happen if Israel attacked Hamas. Okay? Because we've been prophesying about martial law for years, man. But in order for them to properly do martial law, okay, they need a reason. They need a problem, reaction, solution. Okay? Now, what's the motto of the New World Order? One of the mottos is order out of chaos. Okay? They're going to create chaos in order to bring down the order. That they want people to beg for martial law. You seen that shooting with the UNLV student the other day? Okay? There's going to be all kinds of feathers ruffled, man. It's going to be, well, the scriptures talk about how there's going to be sedition amongst men and invading one. Okay? Scriptures talk about how the Egyptians are going to fight against the Egyptians. It's not just about Democrats or Republicans these days. It's about everything in between. This is Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Okay, massive decay of Babylon, man. Destabilization. What's one of the strengths of the U.S. dollar? Okay, is that America's a very stable country. Yeah, it's a shithole and there's lots of crime, but it's stable. Okay, there's order. Okay, once a country that has world currency status starts to lose order, there's consequences for that. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Well, Rome had to deal with lots of riots amongst the people. Okay, ancient Rome. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay? And we can see that, okay? Because a lot of this chaos is happening in what? The different cities. These massive protests, these small skirmish riots. Pretty soon it's going to be mass shootings. Pretty soon it's going to be so-called bombings, okay? And a lot of this stuff that's coming down the pipe, it's not even going to be false flags. Okay? Yeah, there's going to be false flags in the midst of all this chaos. But Esau, Edom, man, he's a clever devil, man. He's got it set up to where he won't even have to do false flags. He'll just let the chaos ensue. Okay, create a situation where there's going to be so-called terrorist attacks, domestically and internationally. Okay, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. That good old American spirit, man, that American pride is going to fall, because everybody could see that even the most conservative of people, okay, the patriotic people see that this country's failing. You know, they're not out there trying to save it anymore. They're saving their ammo for when shit gets real. Okay, what's the motto of what's Donald Trump's latest campaign motto? Save America. It's not make America great again, it's save America. Okay? And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits and wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. Now, I'm not trying to say that Donald J. Trump is going to be in office again, but it's looking like it's a possibility, man. Especially when you read between the lines what he was saying. He was saying that if he becomes president again, he's going to make himself dictator for a day and clean house. He did a speech the other day saying that if you're caught looting, you're going to be shot. He's going to bring about. He's the type of guy that would bring about that martial law, man. And he's the type of guy that would have the support from the military to get it done. Okay. They create the chaos and he gets back in office, man. People are going to be screaming for a solution to this chaos, man. You know, all the mass shootings and all the riots and the lootings and that. Well, why wouldn't, you know, it just matches up, man. You know, we don't know exactly how it's going to go, but it gives them a reason, you know, to go about pushing martial law. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. Now let me get into this clip. I wasn't even going to bring that scripture out. It's spared. Play this clip. And this newscaster looks downright. I mean, I know he's a paid actor, but he looks concerned, man. These people that are part of the media machine, some of them are starting to get upset and speak out. Okay.
Threat in this country, the FBI warning terror threats are up to unprecedented levels since the Hamas attack on Israel on October 7th. This, according to a new intelligence report reviewed by CBS News, which contains a similar warning specifically ahead of the holiday season. Catherine Herridge has been following this for us. She's got more. Catherine, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. The intelligence chatter about potential threats is almost always high during the holidays. This year, government analysts predict foreign terrorist groups and their media outlets are expected to latch on to the conflict in the Middle East.
The threat level has gone to a whole nother level since October 7th.
Director Christopher Wray told senators Tuesday the FBI is confronting a surge in threats, with investigators working to identify and disrupt terrorist plots since the war between Israel and Hamas began.
Would you say that there's multiple blinking red lights out there?
I see blinking lights everywhere I turn. I've never seen a time where all the threats, or so many of the threats, are all elevated, all at exactly the same time.
Ray's alert mirrors a joint intelligence report from the Departments of Homeland Security and Justice, reviewed by CBS News, warning that ISIS and al-Qaeda will likely use the Israel-Hamas conflict to increase calls for violence this winter holiday season compared to prior years. Just last week,
And you guys are still talking about ISIS and Hamas. The fuck is wrong with you people, man? They think that we're stupid. Well, a lot of you people are stupid, man. So I'm talking about ISIS. A lot of these Palestinian protesters, people that are protesting for Palestine, are just pissed off, man. Okay? They're tired of these people. Look at this. That star right there, man. They're tired of these people fucking telling them what to do, man, and running how they run the world, and running the world with bloodshed, man. Okay, it don't have nothing to do with no fucking Al Qaeda. It's 2023, about to be 2024, and you fucking stupid devils. Okay, I just said you were clever, but y'all are still talking about the fucking Al Qaeda, man. When did they come back into the picture? Okay.
Las Vegas authorities arrested a 16-year-old who allegedly wrote online about launching an attack in support of ISIS.
We charged the suspect with multiple felonies to include terroristic threats.
ISIS patches and a flag, along with bomb materials, were allegedly recovered in the suspect's home.
If you see something, say something. It's not just a tagline.
We've had multiple arrests, so it is a real problem.
Ray also testified Tuesday to a sharp increase in hate crime investigations, particularly against the Jewish community.
That is a troubling trend we were focused on before October 7th. That's only gotten worse in the months since.
At this time, there's no specific or credible threat, and Director Ray testified there's no information Hamas has the intent or capability of launching operations inside the U.S., but Director testified that they're not discounting the possibility, Gail.
Well, what about domestic terrorism? Right? Then they talk about that. Oh, let's go to this.
This morning, warnings on Capitol Hill of rising tensions as Americans grapple with the fallout from the Israel-Hamas war here at home. FBI Director Christopher Wray delivering a stark message Tuesday.
I've never seen a time where all the threats, or so many of the threats, are all elevated, all at exactly the same time.
Saying since the Hamas attacks inside Israel on October 7th, the FBI has been working around the clock to fight.
And all they need is one slip up. Okay, even if they are trying to prevent these, all they need is one to slip through.
Growing threats inside the U.S. Asked if he'd compare it to the blinking warning lights before 9/11, Wray said this.
I see blinking lights everywhere I turn.
And the FBI director also noting that the agency is tracking a massive rise in threats to the Jewish community. That warning also being heard on college campuses, which have seen a spike in anti-Semitism. Presidents from MIT, UPenn, and Harvard were also on Capitol Hill Tuesday, grilled on their responses.
Does that speech not call for the genocide of Jews and the elimination of Israel?
When
you testify that you understand that is the definition of intifada. Is that speech according to the code of conduct or not?
We embrace a commitment to free expression and give a...
Look at that. Why would you? This is a president of one of the most prestigious universities in the world. Look at this. You got some fucking... You got some Arsenio Hall looking fucking black bitch. Yo, this place is through, man. It's become a clown show. It's become a clown show. You're one of the most prestigious universities in the world. What is this, the president of Harvard or something? Look at this. Damn. I mean, this is one of the few cases where I would have to say, at least wear a damn weave.
Wide berth to free expression, even of views that are objectionable.
Debating how to protect both student safety while still protecting free speech.
Calling for the genocide of Jews violates Harvard Code of Conduct, correct?
Again, it depends on the context.
It does not depend on the context. The answer is yes, and this is why you should resign.
In recent weeks, both Jewish and Muslim students have told NBC News they worry for their safety.
President Kornblut is walking around with a bodyguard.
See fear. Order out of chaos, man.
But not every Jewish or Israeli student, none of us have a bodyguard.
Committing to free speech means creating an environment that is welcoming to free speech, rather than creating an environment where Palestinian students are too scared to go to their classes.
All of the presidents of the three schools ran through what they say are new plans to battle hate on campus, including here at the University of Pennsylvania, an increase in security, as well as task forces on Islamophobia and anti-Semitism, as well as, and perhaps most importantly, education of staff and faculty and students. Hoda, back to you.
All right.
Now think about how they're using this to push an agenda, man. Okay? We're the most, I mean, obviously they use that term, but really what they mean is anti-small hat. We're the anti-small hatters of the anti-small hatters, man. Because we have the truth. We claim to be the real Israelites, man. Okay? So how do you think they're gonna use this to come at us? Okay? The scriptures say that what? There's going to be a great insurrection against them that fear the Lord.
Stephanie Gosk for us there in Philly. Steph, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the...
Shut up, Wendell. All right.
Jen joining us now.
You know what? I'm not even going to play that clip. It's 8 minutes long. Just get a couple of these scriptures here, man. Whew. Psalm 28:3, draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity. Okay, because this is all masterminded by the workers of iniquity, the elites. Okay? They got to fit everybody into these groups, man. So they can find out who's with them and who's against them. Which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. Okay, and that's really what it is. It's really just them trying to trick the people, man. Okay, and put fear in the minds of people, man. And they act like they're these peace-loving people. They just want to, everybody to live happy and in a safe society, when really they're the ones creating the chaos, man. Okay? They let certain things happen and spin out of control. Because that's ultimately what they want. And it's go time now, okay? It's go time now. The devil is coming down with great wrath because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, he knows that people are waking up. He knows that the prophets are out there on the streets prophesying. Okay, he knows he's on borrowed time. So he's got to act fast. Okay? Cold and calculated, like a serpent, man. Anybody who's handled a serpent or a snake, knows how they are. Okay? At first they start crawling up your forearm and your elbow. And snakes can feel your heartbeat, man, so they know when you're afraid. and they know when you're relaxed. And then the snake gets nice and relaxed, right? It eases up. It may not squeeze, constrict as much. And it makes you feel like you're comfortable with the snake around you. Then it slowly starts to slither up your upper arm. Okay. And then you get a little more nervous and it calms down. And then it goes up into your shoulder. And once it gets onto once that snake gets onto your shoulder, man, it can go right for your neck. Okay. I'm talking about those that have messed with any type of snake that constricts. They'll wrap around your neck or your chest, squeeze. Okay. But it's the way that they move, man. They move with just like the scriptures say that what the serpent was subtle. Okay. Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahawah had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Yahweh said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Okay? So the devil has a unique gift, okay? Because he's a serpent. He's more subtle than any beast of the field, okay? That's his strength, his subtlety when he does these things. Okay? The way he pushes his agenda, man. This whole gradualism thing. That's subtlety. That's done through subtlety. Creating situation after situation, and there's always legislation and laws and more power that he gets chunk by chunk. Okay? You watch, man. You watch something happen because of this. They'll start making laws. They'll start getting funding for more draconian police control measures, man. They'll start clamping down even more on the surveillance state. They could use these situations before they even do martial law. They could make these situations and use this to push an agenda of creating an even deeper police state. Okay? Taking advantage of people's fear. Like it says here, look at this caption. FBI director is warning about terror threat in U.S. Makes pitch for spy program renewal. Okay? Spy program renewal, man. See? Using that as a the words were softer than or smoother than butter, but war was in their heart. We're not we know what this devil is, man. We're not ignorant of this devil's devices. Okay? Like it says in Corinthians, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Ephesians 6:11, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And that word wiles, you look it up in Greek. In fact, let's do that. The methodeia, right? His methods of his madness. Okay? Cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. Meaning his tools of deception, man. His methods of deception, man. The instruments of the churl. Okay? Satan's devices. His modus operandi. methods of operation, okay? See? He had this all planned out for a long time, man. Now the serpent's finally coming to strike. Okay? Let's get this in Daniel. He knows that to get the people to go along with the New World Order, man, he's gonna have to put them through some hell, man. He's gonna have to create a time that was unlike any other. Hey, what was it? Google the other day. I'm trying to think. They just they just announced a huge uh AI platform called Gemini. It's going to completely change the way that Google works. Okay? Not just the search engine, but all their other products, services. Even how your Android works in the future. Okay? They're saying that because all the rage right now is about Chat GPT-4, done by OpenAI. Okay? Well, apparently, Google is saying that it beat them in 30 of 32 different tests, man. This new AI platform, or I shouldn't say platform, it's a back end. It's basically a whole new AI system. You know? So that's the times that we're living in, man. You got Israelites that want to go brawling with Palestinians, and Israelites that want to sit there and make mockery of the name of the Most High and His Son. Okay? IUIC, man. Absolutely ridiculous. You guys won't make mockery of the name of Christ, even though it is just a title. You won't talk about Christ like that. Okay? But you just shun the name of YAHAWASHI. It's ridiculous. Daniel 12:1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. There shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. At that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Okay, so there's going to be a time unlike any other. Economic collapse, famine, okay? Martial law, draconian measures, okay? Let's get this in 2nd Ezra 15, and then we'll wrap it up. Second Ezra 15 and 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay? Sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Okay? They're going to stop listening to authority. And that's going to give them the go-ahead to do what? Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city, shall not be able. Okay? Because the cities are going to be blocked off and under control. And then there's going to be cities where they just let them go to complete shit. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You could see that America is at the breaking point, man, where it's about to destabilize. Okay? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. We're seeing the beginning of this great tribulation, man. Well, we do have to endure unto the end, okay? He that endureth unto the end shall be saved. But with that, I believe I've proved the point. I hope you brothers and you few sisters out there were edified. Till next time, shalom.